Well, what's up to all my chicken grease junkies out there in YouTube, man? This is Fast Jimmy 71 coming at you from the Chicken Grease Garage. Well, yeah, I haven't been on in a while. It's been a while since I haven't been on, but I've been really busy. So I'm just going to keep it at that. This is going to be a short update video. Not much has been done with the 2014 community box stock build. Like I said, it's been really hard for me to get my hands on, doing what I need to do to it, due to the fact that I've been really busy. Weather here has been really crappy. The past week it was raining, gloomy, and rainy. It was really bad for anything. Painting wise was down the drain. So it hasn't been painted or anything. The body hasn't been painted. The chassis hasn't been painted. Anything hasn't been painted. Just put a couple of engine parts. Maybe the engine. I think the engine I did. Yeah, the engine I painted. And I did a couple other things. Other than that, really not much. So I'm going to turn this camera around so you guys can see that I haven't gotten much done with the cars. So it's moving along really slow. So hopefully I might try to throw in some time today. If not, then I don't know when. So let me turn this camera around. Let me show you what I've done, okay? I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I'm back. Well, this is what I've gotten done with the car. For those of you who remember that this is the, what is this? The Ohio George 1933 Willys Gasser. This is the one that I'm doing for the box stock build. Well, I stripped a lot of chrome off of this car. There were a lot of parts that were chrome, like this was chrome, steering wheel, the roll cage, a lot of the engine parts were chrome. There's the engine. I don't know if you can see it that well. There's the engine somewhat. So, it's been hand painted. I haven't done any airbrushing. Why I haven't done any airbrushing is because I'm keeping it old school. I'm keeping it the way it's supposed to be done when, when you do box stock build and you're a beginner, you don't have all the stuff that you have now, like myself and all the other builders that have, have experience and have all these other things that we use to give it more realism. Well, I kind of stayed away from all that because I want to stay true to the way it was that when I used to build model cars when I was younger. I didn't have an airbrush. I didn't have all clad. I didn't have all these, aftermarket things that you use now to build your model cars. I just stayed with it old school. Just simple paints and a paintbrush. Yeah, the body's going to be painted with, I'm not going to paint that, with brush, but as of everything else, like the rims, I actually painted by hand. These were all chrome and they're painted in steel, I'm just, like I said, man, I'm staying true to the way it was when I started building model cars. Because in reality, when you're showing what you're doing in box stock build, that it doesn't take a lot to build. In reality, it doesn't take anything much but what you see here. Some glue. I don't have any more. If I would have had the tube glue, I would use tube glue. But, this is what I use. But in reality, if you would have had tube glue, you have your tester's paints, and you have your paint brushes, and that's what you used to build your model cars. So I'm just showing the guys out there, the younger generation or the generation that wants to move into building model cars, you don't need to have all that expensive stuff to have fun. You don't have to have the outclads and really expensive glues and, like all this kind of glue, CA glue and, polishing. Yeah, well, not so much polishing because I didn't know about any of those things either when I was growing up. polishing and putties and bare metal foil and all that other stuff. I didn't know about any of that kind of stuff when I started building model cars. So I'm keeping it true to the way it was for me. I don't know about anybody else, but I'm going to be on here. If I'm going to do a box stock build to show how it is to do a model car out of box, then I'm going to just show it the way it's supposed to really be done for a beginner, you know, which is detailing by brush. And this whole engine has been painted by brush, which I think it came out really nice. I don't know why it's not focusing right now for some reason, but there it goes. You know, all this has been painted by brush, you know, steel and aluminum and flat black and blue and brown and blah, 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 and gunmetal, and all this has been painted by hand. So all these other things are going to be painted by hand. You know, whatever small I can do that can be painted by brush, then fine. If it's a little bigger, then I'll just spray paint it, you know. But other than that, that's what I'm going with. For those yous that are using Alclad and all that, hey man, more power to you. But if I'm gonna, like I said, if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna go the way it was meant to be, which is out of the box, you know, straight and simple, you know, no aftermarket stuff. Because, like I said, you know, none of this stuff existed for me back then, so it shouldn't really exist for any of the other kids now, you know. They're just going to go the simple way, you know, and that's the true way of starting off a box stock build. Having fun with it. So, like I said, guys, this is what I got. It isn't much because I haven't had a chance to do really anything else. There's the box on the floor with the rest of the chrome pieces, and yeah, that's really it. The chassis is already put together. I'm going to paint this all in one piece, flat black, maybe a semi-black, and detail everything by hand, you know, how it's meant to be, and, you know, and I'm going to paint the body. I don't know if I'm going to, there's a couple of colors I got here that I'm going to use. I don't know if I'm going to use the can, because I also bought a can of spray paint that somewhat matches that color. Or if not, then I'll just go with this, you know. But for the most part, if I can't get to paint it outside with the can, then I will have to resort to using an airbrush and using the acrylic colors. So we'll see what happens. But for the most part, that's what I got going on. So, my brothers, this is Fashion. Oh, and before I leave, I still have a lot of t-shirts left over. You know, I said I wasn't going to do another video on the t-shirts. But, you know, if you guys are still really interested in the t-shirts, please let me know. We can work something out. I have a lot of t-shirts on hand. And, you know, I just want to know if anybody out there is still really interested in these t-shirts, because I still have a lot of t-shirts left over. So, so just send me a message, personal message, and we can talk. Okay? So, till then, my brothers, this is Fast Jimmy 71 coming at you from the Chicken Grease Garage saying peace. And you know what? Chicken grease. And have fun with the hobby. It's a no-brainer. Just have fun with it. Peace out. Latest.